Today, the United States Supreme Court lifted its federal ban on sports betting.
KPVI news that works for you. Reporter Zane Hopen looked into the prospect of sports betting in Idaho and what changes would have to be made to make it legal. He joins us now live from the newsroom. Zane.
Thanks, guys. States have been preparing for this decision for a while now, and while a lot of states are expected to implement sports betting, Idaho is in a place where right now it's still unconstitutional. Monday morning, the United States Supreme Court overturned the federal ban on sports betting. For some states like New Jersey and West Virginia, this is a victory that could spark a quick change, as they already have bills nearly ready to implement. But for others, it could be a while before change is made to gambling laws, if any change is made at all. Idaho is the latter.
Do we want our policy in Idaho to be changed? Do we want to redefine the definition of gambling in our Constitution to say it doesn't prohibit betting on sports?
These are questions Idaho lawmakers will be asking themselves as the conversation begins. The state constitution currently prohibits all types of gambling except for a state-sanctioned lottery, pari-mutuel betting, which is most typically used in horse racing, and bingo or raffle games operated by qualified charitable organizations. This makes the Idaho State Lottery one of the only legal forms of betting in the state right now. For that reason, they see the road to legal sports betting in Idaho as a bumpy one.
The way that the state constitution reads, absent a change of those, it's an interesting decision for other states, but for Idaho right now, it's still going to be status quo.
One of the big arguments against the legalization of sports betting is potential for corruption in the outcomes of games in college and professionally. When asked to comment on the ban being lifted, an Idaho State University athletics official told KPVI that they're waiting on instruction from the NCAA to determine if and how it affects them directly. But despite all this, man-wearing isn't going to count out the possibility of the integration of sports betting because whatever the result is will be heavily influenced by public opinion.
I think we need to be pretty cautious before we change policy in Idaho, but I'm anticipating and look forward to the debate to see what Idahoans think.
Man-wearing also said he expects the internal conversation to begin pretty quickly amongst legislators, but since there hasn't really been a history of sports betting proposals, he isn't quite sure what to expect. Live from the newsroom, I'm Zane Hopen. Matt, Marlise, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Zane.